Hanukkah is somewhere up on Katunga's mainframe decks. Looks like he's been searching for a safe place to hide from all the Xenos aboard. Our mission hasn't changed. Find him, get him out alive.
Welcome back to my channel that I have renamed Player 2 Gaming. There was a little bit of mishap before when I named it Replay Gaming, but honestly I think I really like Player 2 Gaming better. It kind of lends itself to a bunch of different things. So we're getting ready to do the second part of this mission. In the first campaign I'm going to add a little bit of a challenge card. The challenge cards are something that you can unlock as you play the game, and it can make it both advantageous and very cruel at the same time. You may notice that I'm a little bit under the weather during this recording, but that's okay. We're going to play through this little campaign here and talk a little bit more about the game and how I feel about the game and things like that.
Honecker, you out there? Staff Sergeant Herrera, Colonial Marines. He's in a radio dead zone. Patch into the local network.
So again, just like in my last video when I talked about the way that this game feels aesthetically, you can really feel, especially on this ship, that a lot of love and attention was given to it is definitely something that it has had a lot of attention paid to it in order to make you feel like you are actually a part of the alien universe.
Yeah, a lot clearer. Listen, to get to me, you'll have to go through the network security room.
Hear that?
Every single time. I don't generally pay attention to the prowlers, which is probably why they tend to get to me the quickest. I don't know if any of the other videos out there that are covering Alien Fireteam Elite have mentioned this or not, but things is the aliens bills all over the place, and it's acid. I mean, it doesn't do exactly like what the movies do. Doesn't eat through the hole or the hold or anything like that. But it does cause you damage if you step in it. But if you roll through it, you can kind of go ahead and proceed on without taking any of that damage. And a lot of people play this area a little different. Some people just put up a bunch of turrets in order to just kind of get through it. Some people wait till the end stage of the level. Another thing I tend to do quite often is I will destroy my turret and won't even realize that I've done it. But one of the things I talked about in my previous video was the fact that the sound effects and things like that really brought home the way the game wants to be, based in the movie franchise. As I pointed out last time, the monitor, they're kind of swarming with the aliens right now. The way that the rifle fires and sounds, and the way that the radar itself lets you know how close the aliens are, and if maybe you're being tracked by a prowler or a warrior or anything like that. It's definitely, I cannot stress enough how much love and attention has been paid towards this game.
Wow. Our fights in Paula Station went very differently. Sorry. Have you seen a gray striped xenomorph?
Striped? No.
Have you been down to the surface? Did you make any arrests?
We can't discuss operations on an open channel, Doc.
Right. Yeah, of course.
I was playing with a friend of mine the other day, and if you are the type of gamer that really gets behind the lore, I know that there is a prequel novel based around Aliens Fireteam Elite. You can
Somebody bagged a few bugs here.
check that out on audiobooks
that was
on
me.
Amazon.
Rigged some pipes to blow.
At least it wasn't me that time. Spoke too soon.
Exploding Xenos.
Got a mechanical failure in the door. Well, they still died to bullets, Doc. Marines, cut the door.
I did want to start maybe kind of pointing out some of the downfalls of
Yeah, well,
the game,
Seegson used to own Katanga.
just so it didn't seem like I thought that this was the perfect game, because it's definitely got some faults. One of the faults that I have noticed quite often, and some people might disagree with me, is the variety of weaponry. You know, the what you start with, each class, for the most part, ends up being what you spend most of the time on in the game. And part of me really understands that. I don't like to change weapons that much myself, but for certain gamers, it can be viewed as a hindrance.
Are 120 below zero, so you'll have to cut the refrigerant to reach me. I broke the valve, tossed the wheel in a side room. Sorry.
this particular level is a little more complex than the first campaign that we played. Just for example, this right here, where you have to find certain parts in order to continue the game, in order to go on to the next part. And as I mentioned in a previous video, this is a hidden cache. Hidden caches give you all sorts of different things. They can give you anything ranging from weapons all the way to decals. And I know how much certain people that I play with love the decals. They think they're probably the best part of the game.
Behind you!
Aid kit's here.
I will say that as you progress through, like you just saw, I didn't need to use my health pack, but that is also one of the really bad things about this game in particular, is that even though you don't have to use your health pack to a certain area, you use your health pack again. So it is definitely something that I think is more of a hindrance than anything else. And that's just based around situations like this. Like, you know, I just healed up and I'm already, you know, almost a little more than half my health is gone.
Sentry deployed.
You also take a little bit of damage in this section, which kind of helps you with the need to kind of expedite things a little bit more than what you probably would. The only bad thing about it is you can't really go anywhere until all the enemies are cleared in this room. So you're really at the mercy of your own skill level, as well as whether or not the game sends more enemies at you than what you were expecting.
I keep seeing it. I think. Get the access code to the server core.
Should do it. Now we fight off another damn swarm. Get to cover.
Sentry deployed.
Yeah, whenever you're in a little spot like this, it's always good to make sure, like especially if you're playing the technician class, that you have the doorways covered with a turret or things like that. And this might not be the best place for me to be, because over there is an ammo box. But I think that this works. This probably works just as well as anywhere else. And it really becomes about your own personal play style, truthfully.
Patching up.
I'm pretty sure I have been jumped by each and every one of the prowlers on this level.
Grabbing ammo. Sniffing the floor.
Got her. She's here. Monica, get out of there. God. That one knows me. Followed me. And they made it in the lab on LV-895. It came up here with us. We didn't know until the woman the one it came out of. Her name was Monica.
Out, you do play a lot. If you play a lot by yourself, you will play extensively with just the AI. And the AI is actually a lot better than most games, but they are also really, really selfish. Like, they won't heal you up, they won't help you out, they really, really won't. Which is something that that to me is it's a really nice thing in some degree, but for the most part it's definitely something that's like, you know, you would rather have, you know, maybe an AI system that would actually be helpful to the solo player, you know, outside of just running and gunning. And that's something that, you know, if the developers ever decide to work on, that is something that I would like to see worked on. If for no other reason than to make sure that, you know, as players continue on, that they feel very much like, you know, it's an experience that they can topple on their own.
Locks are dropping. We can. Good luck. They're coming.
Now, as I mentioned in my last video, each campaign has its end wave point, and this is the one for this campaign. And as I was talking earlier about placements of turrets and things like that, even if you're not the technician, you can pick up turrets in the shop in order to, you know, kind of give yourself your own turrets throughout the game. And you can take up to 3 of 2 different types of turrets in the game. And each level kind of gives you a it's your own turrets and invulnerability drones and your static grids and things like that. You know, the game kind of gives you hints as to what it would like you to do and what it would like you to use. The spitter xenomorphs are probably the most annoying in my opinion. Alright.
passing death.
Now, one of the things about this particular end stage is you have to defeat Monica. Because if you don't, then she will basically just keep coming and keep coming. And then once you do that, you clear the rest of the xenomorphs, which usually indicates a couple of spitters, maybe some random drones. And just like that.
Oh, God. Finally.
My board's clear. Collect our man.
Alright.
Fuck. He ain't got a pressure suit. Stand by, fire team. New plan coming. Co, let's talk.
Alright, and as I pointed out earlier, I added this challenge card. This particular one gave me 3 times the experience just for completing the mission. And then, of course, I got my typical reward bonuses as well as the hidden cash bonuses as well. So not bad for the second stage, honestly, as far as the XP goes. So that's probably going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for joining me for this little campaign. As always, I would love it if you guys subscribed and liked the video. And also make sure that you click on the little bell down there at the bottom in order to make sure that if you do subscribe, every time I upload a new video,